Okay, let's just do this. So here's number 5. Perfect happiness. Yeah, that's a good translation there. So we keep having this that sort of motif here, and it's being repeated in the left hand, which you can see here. This first note, as you can see, is both an 8th note and a 16th note, right? It has those double bars there. So why? Why is it both, and what does that mean? It means that it is both the melody, so we're going here, tia-da-da-dee-da-da-da. This is the real line. If we erase this, we'll do it just the way Schumann wrote it, tia-da-da-dee-da-da-da. But our melody is, it's not, that G natural is just part of the accompaniment. Okay, that goes, and all the other 8th notes are also both. You see, we have the stem going in both directions there. There's both a stem going up like this and a stem going down like that. So that's the same thing. It's both a melodic and accompaniment note. Okay, this is maybe the least interesting thing about this piece. However, that first note is very important because I think a lot of people play this. And it's not, it's, so you got to keep this really quiet so it doesn't, you know, overpower the melody here. Sol, la, do, fa, mi, re, la. Sorry. Da, 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 dee. I like bringing out this note kind of like that. Da, da, dee. All right, and then listen to, once you're able to get through this, listen to the imitation in both voices. You have the right hand here and the left hand. Now the left hand starts the imitation. Okay, so you see that? We have right here. That's the first imitation. And then let's label it number 1. Okay, and then this one here in the right hand, that would be number 2. And then so here's the third one. So first in the left hand, and then 2 and 3 in the right hand. So here it sounds. That's number 1, number 2, number 3. So what's important in your shape, we've been just drawing these, you know, lines like this over this, but what's important is how you shape it. I think in this case, and Schumann seems to indicate that very clearly, the top note is the most important, right? And then you let that die off. So and back down. Same thing in the left hand. This will bring out the imitation, so it actually sounds like an imitation, right? Because if everything is kind of monotonous and the same volume, it's harder to we don't have a feature or a shape to that line that's recognizable, which we will recognize when it's the same in the left hand when you do this imitation here. Ta-da-da-dee, you're going up to this B here and then relaxing it there. Okay, that's for the left hand there. Let's not confuse the two, but actually we have the same thing going on down here. Ta-da-da-dee, ta-da-da-dee-da-da. Come back down here, and then ta-dee-da-dum. I suppose especially to that E, ta-dee-da-da-dee. I'm sorry, dee-da-dum. There we go. So, and not, right? Because then we don't have the shape. So, see how easily recognizable the imitation in the left hand becomes when it's mimicking what we're done in the right hand. Okay, and then we go into the second box. So see with this, we labeled them 1, 2, 3, okay? And that's because they're also increasing in intensity. So you have and we're taking a little time doing a little rubato on the third one just to make it a bit more expressive, because we've had this 3 times in a row. Okay, the harmony here is really interesting. We have the first time, and the second time almost the same, but directly here you have C sharp here, right? These are C sharps here. And we're modulating to F major, hence the B flats and C naturals. So that's a little more intense, I think, as we get into the second part. So in a way, it's like a continuation of the intensity we had before. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and die down. I'm sorry. It's not really like a number 4 that we have here and 5. It's just starting something new. But this can be a little more intense than whatever we had before. I would give a healthy forte there. Especially, whoops, there goes the pen, especially here. So you're getting a little less. And then accent the C natural in the left hand. And keep going in the right hand. Right? And then we finish this up. And then the other one follows this so nicely, number 6. Yes. What did we do at the end here? Okay, we can split that in 2. So let's put that together. Okay. Ta-dee-da-dum, ta-dee-da-da-da-da. 3 parts to that phrase. That's part 1. And then ta-dee-da-dum, that's part 2. And ta-dee-da-yum, pum-pum, that's part 3. And then they all go together. But there's a little high point to each of these segments of the phrase. So we have ta-dee-da-da, the A here, and then relax it. That's the tail of this part. And then ti-da-dee-da-dum. You take it back with this to the E. Ta-dee-dum. And then you take it back to the A here. Ti-da-dee-da-dum. And of course you relax it at the end of all of that. Okay, lots of scribbling here. I hope at least some of that makes sense. So there we have it, perfect happiness. And let's go on. Let's go on to number 7. Yeah, also I will just mention here, if you're playing through these, here's just an idea. To me, it sounds like an attacca. He didn't write it, and you don't have to do that. Certainly not everyone did it. I think Schnabel does not do that. But an attacca on the 6, that means you start it right away, almost connecting number 6 to number 5, to me makes a lot of sense. Okay, so yeah, let me just memorize the beginning of this. Right, A major. Okay, so you'd have. I would connect them. Okay, but that's to my taste.